Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. I'm Jeff, your GM and narrator, and we have the whole team here today. But before we get started, let's get them lightsaber checks. Sean.
Hey, I'm Sean, and I play fours, and roll 20's slow.
Much math.
And I got a 3.
Lagged it down with too many bullshit math equations.
Trying to catch up.
Marshall.
Hey, this is Marshall. I play Keegan, and I rolled a 17. Jesse, why don't you go next?
Hey folks, I'm Jesse. I play Oswald. Oh god, and I rolled my die on the floor. No!
That's natty one. Sorry.
I got a 14. Matt, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Mav. I am playing Dosh. I rolled a 10. Johnny.
This is John playing as Lucius, and I got a 13.
Alright, Sean, how about them recaps?
All right, them recaps, I believe, pick up with us emerging from the shrine to Horeth, where our plan was to have Oswald invisible swoop in and defuse the situation. Didn't quite work out, but moments later, we had disarmed Randall and set up his house as a momentary base of operations for, I guess it's kind of like a municipal center for the shrine as a power plant. During this time, we found out that there were ancient contracts bound with magic that would pay people as long as there weren't as long as the power from these power plants were not delivering. It turns out, and oh boy, yeah. How in depth do I want to get in a recap? That's more or less where we left off.
The king of Fairy, I think, sent us
a
message at the end.
Ends with an emissary or a messenger from the local Arferi king.
It's not super important, but Dosh did block like 18 attacks, so...
Every single attack.
That was very important.
I very much glossed over the first whole half of that session. Apologies.
I'm really humble now, so don't worry about it.
Tilda showed up too, didn't she?
Yep.
Yeah. We should also maybe clarify for the audience that the king of the Arferi, that's not like an actual king, right? That's more like the king of San Francisco in our world. Or am I wrong? Is he actually a literal king and I'm just totally out of the loop on there being monarchy out here?
I think it's a really strong guy with a scythe who claims to be king, and people follow him because he has a really strong guy with a massive scythe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's more that. There's not kings, really. You know? Arferi's kind of an abandoned district, so...
A demilitarized zone.
Yeah, nobody's going to politely correct him.
Might is right.
Got it. So his authority as king is not exactly rooted in law.
It's more warlord-like.
Yeah, so we pick up outside of Randall Umberson's estate. You guys kind of sitting in the main dining area here. You've probably got a painting behind you somewhere of like Randall's family and older members.
Is Lauren sitting in the car?
Lauren would come inside at this point. She would happily wave to all of you that she knows.
Hey, Lauren. Good to see you again.
I'd give a nod, probably like taking up way too much space on a couch, like arms folded over on the backs of it and stuff.
Just blah.
Yep.
I'm kind of looking back and forth between a couple of different devices, but I'll look up and wave.
Yeah, I'll give a wave to Lauren.
I'll bow. Very exaggerated and sarcastic.
And I guess I'll start back up with, I called Xavier before you. He seemed very out of it, but he got the ball rolling on this project. This is huge. We found an ancient shrine to Horeth. It looks like it can power up all of our ferry.
Okay.
And I've decided that it's best not to be in the hands of Mon.
Oh.
The people need this power. Everybody needs this.
Okay. And Xavier is reaching out for the contract, or?
He's starting the company, and you're here to lay claim to the facility. I'm sticking my neck out on this one. When I've folded to Amon, to Typh, I put in our contract that they can't go after you or Xavier legally in any way.
Go ahead and give me your diplomacy, Lucius.
Ooh. I attempt to diplomatize with a total of 23.
Really? Even though she's human?
Oh, no. Human.
Oh,
Turn that to a 28.
All right, interesting. That does change things a bit. Well, if Xavier's putting in the contract for this, I guess I can get on my end and have Fancy Investments start to take out a loan for it. Do we know that this property is free and clear?
We've made it so. There's
Yeah.
one last. The contract that binds everybody to this place became, and everybody that ever apparently leached off this facility, it broke as soon as we fired it back up again. As I understand it, this land is ours for the taking. Like a demonstration?
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely would, Lucius. She'll go over to Lauren, and Lauren, can you make a call to, I guess, Amon Property Division to see if we can't start the paperwork on getting a bid, at least to hold this until we can buy it. Lauren will nod, and Matilda will turn back to you, and let's see it.
I'll kind of give a nod to Fours, and let's you and Oswald start getting those vents opening again, and you should be able to see visibly from a high point within this. This is like a mansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll lead you to a wing of the mansion where we can oversee some of the city, and so I guess I imagine us like kind of breaking away as Fours and Oswald head down. Maybe Dosh and Keegan come with me as we kind of escort Matilda, and I'll kind of show off this mansion, but also be pointing out that the shrine down below had orders for people in the past to work on these facilities. They were very crude, but this place can be a base of operations, and perhaps it could be a place where people can come in and seek refuge from the state of this city until things get back together.
Okay, interesting. We'll have to check with Xavier because of his, well, to see if he can get bold construction up here for us.
We've also been asked to speak with somebody that's claiming that they are the king of our ferry, or yeah, somebody that claims to be king of our ferry. I think some kind of warlord, and I don't know what's going to come of that, but I'm going to meet them, and maybe I can get some support from the people around us as well.
No, that makes sense. Seems like that would be a good idea. We are going to need the locals to let us in here, or otherwise I imagine they can create a lot of trouble for any construction projects that go on.
True. Taken from the old owner of this estate, Randall, we were able to acquire his automaton soldiers, so that's something as well.
Boris and Oswald heading down below. You guys will have an easy enough time between your climbing abilities as well as the key-drawn mining gear to get down there quickly and simply, and be able to activate the machine.
Yep. I'll plan on putting it up to 20% again.
You don't want to go any higher than 20%?
I mean, I definitely want to, but like now, like there's all sorts of like what ifs cascading in my head right now. Like, what if we go to 100% and like the fact that this is turning on becomes known to a wider group of people that we don't want to give that information to yet. You know, like we're kind of in this weird gray zone right now where we're trying to like take some action without other people knowing exactly what's going on here yet.
Yeah. I see your reasoning is sound.
I would love to just turn this to 100 and just walk away. Like that's what I want to do.
Yeah. I cannot advise you to do that in good conscience.
Because then Orion Storm would be here doing what we didn't do.
Yeah, and that may still be happening, right? So, and given that, actually, I will take, if I can, I'll take a look at this console and see if I can figure out if I wanted to set it to 100 and then make it so that nobody after me could turn it off or reduce it from then. Is that something I'd be able to do? Like, could I jam it in place at full power?
I I'm gonna make a bomb that can't turn off.
No, not a bomb. Just a power station that can't be turned off by Orion or Ramon or whoever shows up after us.
Yes, but geothermic. They're gonna get pressure and some buildups that have to be relieved.
Yeah, again, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I feel with that mission, it's very easy to say after casting comprehend languages again, you don't know what you're doing here. You don't know if you could jam this to prevent other people from turning it off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Making it irreversibly functional.
Alright, we'll go to 20% for like 5 minutes. As I understand, this is basically just to give a visual demonstration to Matilda, so...
Okay. Upstairs in the house, Jasper is on their datapad, but the rest of you standing at the edge of the home, you're able to look out and see the steam vents expelling into the air, the lighting from below from fires, but you'd start to get that light from homes and street lights as the energy spreads for a bit, before after the 5-minute demonstration, we'll return back as Oswald turns it back down.
I'm gonna look at the fence. I know we were gathering a crowd before. Or is there getting to be more people?
No, right now it still looks like there's about 20 or 30 or so out there.
We have the fence on, still electrified?
I'm not positive on that.
Okay.
Hopefully not. I turned it into a...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I turned it into a missing persons billboard. I hope it's not.
My grandma.
I call this the mystery solving wall.
How close is the hole to the board? Like, we technically know where they are, but it's not within sight of the board, right?
Oh, the
You don't
grave.
see the
graves.
mass grave from the board, right?
Do you know this person and there's like an obvious grave like 10 feet away?
Yeah. Like, how dire is this presentation?
We should be relatively safe because like the whole shtick with the Loreth bloodline money thing was that as long as nobody knew that this was where the power station was, they would still get their money. So hopefully the fact that there's a power station underground of this property isn't just a known thing.
No, it shouldn't be a known thing because we were sent to investigate something that could be there, right?
Correct. Matilda will watch in awe of seeing these vents go out and the light spread. And
Now, was I right that this could be all of Dusk Banter?
Wait, are you asking if this one alone could power all of Dust Banter? You don't think so. Based on what
Okay.
Oswald saw earlier, you need all 4 of them going to power all of Dust Banter.
Okay. Yeah, sorry to interrupt there. I forgot how far the reach of this is.
From what you can tell so far is that, at 20% it goes out quite a ways, but it probably doesn't extend too far outside of their ferry area, or it wouldn't be able to maintain it for long.
I would have sent you a picture of the console with the lit up gems overlaid over a map of Dust Banter.
Yeah, it's starting to look more like all of those would be just some type of power plant, right? Maybe not necessarily geothermic like this one, but something.
Well, didn't we confirm that one of them was another shrine, right?
I think we hypothesized that one of them was the shrine, the wind shrine to
The Arashi?
Arashi, that's the one.
By the spider forest?
Yeah, hard to know that for sure without going on to the site though.
Right.
The rough location matches though.
I thought it may have come up in the episode that we were down there, that it did line up, but maybe that's just me remembering what I want to remember.
That's what I always do.
I know we did hypothesize that at the time.
Well, let's give us room for more expansion for bold energies.
Yeah, after the demo, I imagine 4 and I come back upstairs.
All back together, Matilda is amazed at what you have found. We have a chance to make a lot of money.
We also have a chance to do a lot of good.
I don't see why those have to be different things.
I'm glad.
Well then, Lucius, while we wait for Xavier, what is the plan?
I told the King of our Ferry I would meet with him within 48 hours. So the plan for me right now is...
Oh, just real quick.
Yeah.
You guys have Randall tied up in like a room somewhere?
I was wondering that.
No, he's handcuffed to the barrister.
Yeah.
I
Banister.
him to the
Banister,
stairs.
sorry, yeah.
To a better start.
You'd have to
Some
step
lawyer.
past him to get to where we are.
I love how we all remembered that detail.
I can move him if we need to.
Is he conscious?
He wasn't when I handcuffed him.
Okay.
Then Matilda and Lord will grab just kind of some overnight bags, and I guess we'll claim a room.
Good plan. But we will have to do something with Randall here eventually. Whether it's just feed him to the city and kick him out, or
Matilda will give you a dead look at Lucius and say, "Get the riffraff off my property."
I'll look at Lucius.
But then she'll smile politely and I'm going to bed.
I really don't like how similar that attitude is to Randall's own attitude.
Should I put him outside the fence?
Be free, little one.
Go away. We never wanted you anyway.
A hawk swoops down and snatches up Randall and flies away.
based off of all the angry texts and phone calls he was getting, or calls on his Hedron,
Oh, do we want to, like, drive him away from this place and drop him off somewhere?
I think it's fair enough to just give him, like, proper clothing and say good luck. I never want to see your face around here again.
Really?
Or ever. I think that he's got a lot on his plate trying to run away from people that are going to try to kill him for destroying their static income.
Are they going
There'll be a
to
lot of angry landlords.
though, or is he going to be able to like explain to them what happened and rally the support of a bunch of like formerly wealthy, now very pissed people?
I want to know what he knows about the king of our ferry, because maybe he has connections there too.
I don't think he knows anything about what's going on in the city. I think he just holed up with his robot guards and just did his own thing here,
Yeah, that's possible.
killing everybody that trespassed. But as for him rallying a bunch of rich people to come at us, hopefully we're making this place its own like kind of corporate entity. Like, he shouldn't have any stake to this land anymore now that he's lost it
Guess.
by contract. Could this be a problem in the future that could be disputed? Something interesting coming up? Maybe.
I'm not worried about a corporate takeover, Lucius. I'm worried about like a militia showing up tonight.
Right.
A militia of his relatives.
Or whoever they want to hire, or Amon cops who are upset that you are trying to pull a fast one on them, or like pick somebody we're trying to keep this secret from.
I feel like it's a move Type's got to respect. He might not like it, but it's something he'd do.
I guess. I don't know. I think it's a risk that I don't see why we'd take.
The other option is killing him.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, maybe we just need time. Like, if we do get things in place where this is a corporate entity that can then pay for its own security and like then it's got some legal and physical protection that isn't just us, then maybe we're in a different situation, you know? But I don't know, Lucius. It's your call. I'm just worried about just turning this guy loose.
Yeah, unless you want to kill him, then I'm gonna kick him off with nothing but some clothes, and he can navigate the city on his own. Everybody can watch him leave too.
Okay, so we're not going to old yeller him?
Not gonna interrogate him at all, trying to figure out what he knows.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, if you guys would like to, go for it. I don't think that he's got anything.
Yeah, do we have the interrogation skill set amongst us?
Sorry, I knocked him out again.
Yeah, I'm not referring to enhanced interrogation.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily think that we were those guys, but
Guess what?
I'm gonna take a quick look at Randall to see if he is conscious or not by now.
He is not.
I feel like if that was a 1, he'd be dead.
Oh, he choked on his own vomit hours ago.
problem solved.
We killed him, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Look what he did to all these people out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if all the people that watch him leave might have some thoughts about that.
Yeah.
How about we, this is our ferry territory, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just leave it up to the king of our ferry.
No, I want to kick him out and have him walk away right now. I don't have the same dilemma that you guys do. I think
Okay.
I'm thinking about this differently.
Okay.
Follow you, boss.
Go grab him an outfit from his bedroom.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice clothes to pick from.
Give him a tracksuit. Does he have a tracksuit?
He does.
He gets a tracksuit.
So as it tags on, he's never actually worn it.
There is a lot of clothes in here that still have the tags on.
And I'm keeping his HCOM.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he wakes up to Keegan throwing him a pile of clothes.
Put these on,
Yeah, with the handcuffs off, he'll get dressed.
and then I will escort him out.
And I'll be coming with you for some final words.
Time to go.
Yeah, he'll definitely. No. You can keep me prisoner. I can get a ransom. Don't leave me out here.
Sorry, Randall. It's not us. It's you.
Boss says you got to go.
So it's time to walk.
Pushed outside of the gates, he'll turn around and try to do the run back in.
Push him back. Close the gate.
It's like the dog, you have to hold his head and like shut the door.
Say, Randall, if you know what's best for you, you'll never show your face around here ever again. Do your best to just hide for the rest of your life. If there's anything I've seen from the messages on your HCOM, is that you're doomed. Especially if I ever see you again. And that's a threat.
Don't give me that intimidate.
I give him a 30. A total of 30. He's human, right? You're human, aren't you, Randall?
You'll never know. His eyes will go wide in the darkness of the street here, and will look around at the crowd that's gathered before he'll take off sprinting.
Bye, Randall.
A couple people will watch that, and a few of the people in the crowd will yell out, and who the fuck are you?
Randall or me?
You.
I'm new Randall.
Randy Newman.
Why can't
sorry.
we be friends?
You know what? At that, I'll thinking that I'm like kind of walking back and people are calling us out. I'll turn around and ask Keegan to please open the gate for me so I could step out and talk to these people.
I'll open the gate for Lucius.
I'm going to step out with him.
Yeah, I was gonna step out with him too and close the gate behind me.
And I'll walk up to the person that said that, and I'll say, I'm Lucius Estable. And I'll go to shake his hand, and I'll say, I can answer any questions.
The person here in front will, where's Randall going? Why do you have his house? Where are these people missing?
I kicked Randall off his property that is no longer his by contract, legally, what's left of it. But I do have the means to enforce it here. These people, maybe you might be referring to the pile of bodies over there. That's why he's running right now. We don't stand for that.
Yeah, going to be some diplomacy on the crowd control. See how these people take it.
I attempt to diplomatize. I got a total of 22.
But the crowd seems abated at the moment. Of that 22 is murmurs, whispers kind of go between them of, yeah, I mean, how are they supposed to stand up to, what, 3 Amon henchmen out here?
Yeah, but trying to bring the tone to something that's not threatening. I'll let them know that we're bringing in resources at the moment to fix this estate up as something that can be used by the people of this city, perhaps for refuge during these hard times. A place to consolidate. This district will get back on its feet.
Yeah, for tonight, that's enough to calm the crowd. It's being late enough that they'll disperse for the most part. There's a few stragglers that will stay behind to see if anything else happens. This is the second time the steam vents have gone off, and now Randall's been thrown out, so something neat is happening on the other side of this fence. Jasper will have taken over one of the couches and has gone to bed. But Dosh and Oswald, anything you want to do while they're out there?
How late is it?
We're probably pushing about 10 or 11.
Like at night?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. I'm gonna go through Jasper's kitchen and start preparing meals to give away to people in the morning.
Do you mean Randall's kitchen?
Yes.
All right. I guess Matilda's kitchen?
Matilda's kitchen.
Yeah.
If Voss wants this to become like a refuge, we gotta start feeding people, and I'm sure there's plenty of food here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Down in that vault area, outside of the vault where the guns were, It's just cans of pre-prepped food and things like that. I mean, he also had the garden in the back to add some fresh stuff, but
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of food here. Way too much for one person, but enough for one person with a bunch of robot guards to hole up in here for probably months.
Yeah, I'll get prepping some stuff for morning and then finish that up tomorrow morning.
Okay. Oswald?
I will collect up Cobbler from wherever he has wandered off to, and then I'm going to go up onto the roof, and I'm just going to stand watch overnight.
Very well. Then you all wake up the next day. Oswald, it's a brilliant sunrise, and it does, even though there is a bit of clouds coming in, there's no rain. You've got a nice kind of breeze coming in from the north.
Nice.
Though it is odd, you still aren't seeing any birds out and about flying.
In like dusk banter, I normally see at least like pigeons and whatnot, right? Like it's not okay. And this is less densely urban than that, right?
Correct.
Huh. No birds. Okay. I have no idea what that means. I will think it's odd, but I am not a zoologist or whoever would.
Ornithologist.
Aviologist.
Yes, I think it's less about birds and more about like the general ecology of the area. So ecologist, maybe.
Let's broaden that up.
Either way, I'm gonna say, no birds, and I will enjoy the sunshine and the breeze.
Yeah, Matilda and Lauren will be downstairs using Randall's old coffee machine. Jasper will be looking very excited this morning, as she'll wait until Forrest gets up to bring over and brag on her data pad.
Morning, ladies.
Lauren would say good morning, and Matilda would just,
Take some of that if there's enough.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Yay, coffee.
Yeah, I guess Dosh has the dining table filled with pre-made meals.
Yeah.
Just after the crowd dispersed last night, and there were a couple of stragglers seeing if anything else interesting was going to happen. It made me think about the shrine again, so I thought about popping down there earlier in the morning and making sure that there aren't more Jasper-like explorers hitting the scene late, or just I don't know, lucky lose. So I'll do a sweep of that in the morning. Is putting a button on that.
Yeah, go and give me a perception, Forrest.
35.
Yeah, early morning check. Nobody else has really gotten in here. Looking around, yeah, there's no new footprints. There's no interaction. Dropping down into the well, even nobody seems to have landed or messed with that pan in the middle. So,
All right, very good.
your early morning sweep is uneventful, but you'll definitely start to see a couple of the people that do walk by will stop and look when they see a void wandering around Randall's estate. You'll definitely get, of course, the few people that will wave, or at least, what you doing? Careful, the old guy who lives there will shoot you.
Yeah, he moved out. New neighbors.
Yeah, they'll laugh and okay.
Did you know Randall?
Just that this is his house. Guy was a dick.
Oh, so you did know him. And I'll say, yeah, I'm not joking. He moved out, and I'll gesture my head towards the front of the estate if they wanted to inquire further. But I imagine they're just going to move along.
Yeah, you'll hear them talking as they drift off. And all right, well, I didn't see any robot guards. That must be nice.
Yeah, they're around. They're just shut down.
But yeah, Forrest, when you get back, Jasper would be very excited to show you that Bloom 420X has liked her post on the shrines.
Is this person an authority on the boards?
This is the person who posts the riddles.
How many riddles have they posted?
They've posted a few, but this is the first one that I figured out.
Is this the only one that has been figured out?
No, other ones have been turned in.
But the community doesn't get to see those? Or do they?
Like, if you just want to see other riddles on the forum, she'll scroll up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them seem to be kind of playing like a geocaching game.
Okay.
Of trying to get people to go to certain places and retrieve an item or something that proves they found that place.
There's an air tag under a brick in the well that we're supposed to get. I'll start bringing out the food to the people outside in the crowd.
Yeah, you definitely have those early morning people that stop to kind of look. If you walk out there and start handing out food, they'll do that polite thing of asking how many they can take.
I mean, I just give people as many, 2 per person. I'm sure they have family and stuff.
Cool. Yeah, word will spread, of course, as people take them from you and HCOM or text out to friends of, head over to the Randall estate. Robot, hand out free food. Inside the home, Matilda will check her HCOM and let you know, Lucius, that the property is now currently in waiting, but we do have a claim on it.
Sounds good. And I'll take the most expensive looking bottle of alcohol I see and pour it into my coffee cup.
Hey, doesn't that change here? Doesn't that change it?
Into coffee? It does.
Isn't that a horrible waste?
Principles.
I get to smell the alcohol for a brief moment as it leaves the bottle before it passes through the rim of the cup.
I can't help but imagine Matilda would definitely have it's a little early, Lucius, before she smells warm coffee coming out of your cup, and would definitely look at 4 as an agreement of, well, that's just fucking wasteful.
So, I have this entire day until we should be meeting up with the king of our ferry. Anything we can do to solidify this, let me know in the meantime. But hopefully you can get this handled.
No, absolutely. Whenever you go to meet this king, I'll come with. If I'm going to be working here, then I should probably know them as well.
Makes sense to me.
It sounds like Xavier should be able to take care of the back end for us on making sure this contract goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's so chummy with him on.
That's a double speak code for shark bait.
Ooh-ha.
That was a threat.
Lauren will get the ding on her data pad before she'll... Matilda, it looks like we have confirmation here. They do have a few questions. They want to get your signature. They'll say that we have to have the signature of an Amon agent sign off on our claim if we're here on the property.
Well, that's damning.
Yeah, Matilda will look over at Dosh, and you're an Amon employee, right?
Contracted, I believe.
Perfect. Sign below.
What am I signing?
That you have reviewed the property and that it is safe for sale.
Oh, God. I
What's
don't give a
worse,
shit about corporate stuff. I'll sign it.
Are you signing as Barry Harrington?
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
you sign?
And are you comfortable living with that on your conscience? That you signed this inspection without actually inspecting the property? You are not licensed, sir.
But Barry is.
You gotta live with yourself.
Yeah, what do you sign?
Yeah, if I'm technically a Barry Harrington, I don't want to fuck over Barry, though. Is this gonna fuck over Barry somehow? I probably get lost in enough legal mumbo jumbo. Yes, I'll sign Barry.
All right, yeah. Matilda will look at it for a moment before looking at Lucius. I know I'm not the best at these things, but you have to stop naming them all Barry.
Dosh leaves the room before he gets mad.
Well, I hope that works out. Yeah, I don't answer what she said.
Yeah, Lauren will ask the closest one of you of just, what is this guy growing out here?
Like the oranges?
Yeah, this guy just grows oranges out here?
I mean, there's a whole garden, but the oranges are the big thing.
Huh.
Are there any inside?
Maybe the orchard was already on the property when he moved in.
Oh yeah, like Disney World. Orange field turned into a park.
Aren't they weird oranges, though? I'll pipe in. Like, their skin is awkward, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were just big.
I'll pull the orange out of my pocket and set it on the counter and say, there it is, right there. It's weird.
We all stare at the orange.
Yeah, Lauren will poke it with a pen and looks gross.
That's why I
I'll
didn't
look
need
at it weirdly and, like, it'll levitate up and start to peel itself magically.
The flesh inside the orange is dark purple, but it smells sweet, almost grape.
I don't feel like that's an orange anymore.
Blood orange.
Whose blood?
Are you worried about soil contamination? Is that what you're getting at? You think these weird flesh oranges aren't natural? And it might have something to do with that shrine? Is that what you're getting at?
I know that we just said that we don't do this, but let's interrogate her.
Who? Lauren?
What do you know about these oranges?
It is a joke.
But yeah, unless you have anything you want to do today, it'll go by smoothly. People will get into the habit of understanding kind of what Dosh is doing, bring out 2 for each, so people will be out there lined up.
If it starts to get backed up, which I imagine might happen rather quickly, I'll jump in and try and help Dosh with the demand.
Eventually, yeah, we'll have to cut off because I don't think I'll make enough for feeding the whole city. But
I'll help out around in the house, moving things around, get this room set up, whatever I guess Matilda needs for setting this place up.
Yeah, she'll wander around the estate inside with Lauren and cataloging they'll be cataloging expensive items or art pieces, taking pictures of things that may be of value or worth.
And we'd established that before they showed up, I was loading up the record with the smaller and more valuable things like the platinum bars, things like that. I'm not shy about continuing to have unseen servants loading small, precious things out of the house.
Wrecker's still probably parked in the grass right next to the front door, isn't it?
It is.
Garbage bags.
Is there a magic spell called Pillage? I feel like there would be, and I feel like it would be on your spell list.
It looks like Merlin packing.
I think I would turn on the news. I would find some television somewhere in Randall's house and turn on the news.
do we have power for that?
Go turn it on.
Just turn it on to 1%.
Yeah, Randall's location still has power. Yeah, checking the news right now. They're doing coverage of the Air Behemoth and its progress past Morningthorn. We're up to 7 ships, airships that have been downed by the creatures passing.
Huh. Dang.
But the rest of the news seems to cover more Amon successes. Property bought further north around the Ambaro Pharmaceuticals area. Trade dispute with Mon Air has finally been settled as workers go back to work, as well as a few pictures of Typh at the Summer Festival in Farthen, celebrating the birthday of Vancilian Crow, the head of Dalam Crow. It's his 63rd, and there's him, and you can see Rayland and other CEOs from around the world at kind of this fancy party.
Okay. And this is Snow Days or some other Amon run news network, or are we far enough away from Amon that I'm getting outside news?
Nope. This is all Amon, but this is this would be like the segment before Snow Days.
Okay, no news from our ferry district?
No.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, when Snow Days comes on, you'll see Sarum Saw and Osric starting going back and forth about latest movies that have been out. Did you see that? Did you see that show? Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, I don't really care much for those sort of films, as they keep it all very light, very topical, nothing going into anything of substance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all fluff pieces.
No other historical dramas like Die Hard?
Or El Pasión de la Pasión.
They will cover that they still have not caught the graffiti artist that has now tagged 4 different skyscrapers.
When they say tagged 4 different skyscrapers, do they mean these buildings happen to be skyscrapers and there's graffiti at ground level, or do they mean somebody scaled the side of a skyscraper and put graffiti way up there?
Yeah, it's similar to like what you guys saw on the freeway so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like using a giant kind of broom and brush to put in the symbols.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's done that about 40 stories up.
Oh.
A Batman level of graffiti.
Yeah. Gotta set this up for my entrance.
Nice.
Jasper, watching it with you, would be like, oh yeah, that guy.
I will look at her. What do you mean, that guy?
I mean, it's whoever keeps writing these things. They're all like celestial chants or rituals. Like, she'll hold up her data pad and they're all like guarding words, abjuration, wards, those sort of things.
Huh. So this guy is casting spells?
I mean, I guess that's the best we could figure out on the forums.
Ah.
Can you read Celestial? Or are there just a couple of people on the forums that can do that?
Yeah, I can't. Right now, I'm still reaching out to find somebody who can translate Old Our Fairy for you.
Okay, that's odd, but I'm not sure how it relates to anything that's on our plate right now. But sometimes those things pop up later on.
Yeah, she'll walk off and take a piece of the grape orange and go back to the couch.
That I will watch closely and see how she reacts after chewing and swallowing that weird ass orange.
Get your happy pins ready.
Because as far as I know, she's the first person to actually taste this thing, right?
Yeah. Besides the wine-like stains it leaves on both fingers and lips, she says it tastes fine. It's sweet.
Ah.
You ever seen anything like it before?
Yeah, these remind me of the plants that they grow in the Artori wilds by God's face, but I would think it's too cold here for them.
Is there any commercials or anything for the upcoming season of Dungeon Crawl?
There's not.
Okay. But we did previously see a billboard advertising an upcoming season, right?
Correct. Yeah, what you will see the commercial on this one. Yeah, the commercial on this one will be for Forgeborn's Water Dungeon Spectacular. Now opening in Longsong. Come ride the Wave Tyrant. We're looking at like this giant beholder-esque thing. You hop in the top of its eye socket to ride down the slides into the middle of the big body before you fly out the beholder's mouth. The Elder Brain wading pool, as you see a bunch of kids. There's the brain floating in the middle and bobbing with the water pushed from it.
I probably watched that commercial and unironically think like, man, that looks like fun. I would love to go do that.
You should totally go there.
But yeah, you'll see pictures of, people screaming and laughing as they're on like one of those log rides. One of the things pop up like a roper. You see this stump-looking monster with tentacles reaching out at the log ride as people scream as they get splashed.
Oh, don't scream. Don't open your mouth. I've heard that log flume water is foul.
Where is this water park?
In Longsong.
Okay,
It's going to be opening this summer.
cool.
Sounds like a vacation episode.
Yeah. I guess that's where our next beach episode will be.
But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do with this day?
Yeah, not really. Just making sure that our pockets are padded.
Weren't we supposed to set up a meeting with the king in 24 hours?
Yeah, we'll just call him tomorrow.
Is there a reason you're making him wait?
Yeah, it seemed like the right thing to do.
But yeah, Matilda would use this time to kind of catch up with Lucius and definitely do at least a few minutes with all of you to ask at least a couple questions about yourselves.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll ask how she's doing, and gosh, I don't even know what to ask Matilda.
Does she have Lauren taking notes?
I do know what I would ask Matilda. What's up with that lightning thing, Matilda?
Oh, yeah, she'd pull at the edge of her scarf, and it's from further from my Alfier, I guess.
Cool. So are you like a perpetual now?
I don't believe I've earned that title, but if all it takes is to have one of these, then yes, for right now, I could be considered one.
Ah, okay, neat.
Yeah, she would have to bump Lauren to give her a prompt to ask you, Oswald. Oh, you have a cat.
Yeah. And I'll pull out Cobbler and say, this is Cobbler. He's very nice, and I rescued him. And now he just hangs out with us. Mostly me.
You should keep him in your coat.
You don't let him choose.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Do I pet him? And I'll like hold up Cobbler like he's Simba or something.
No.
I think I'll be somewhat preoccupied during this conversation looking over that mechanical arm we found down at the bottom of the shrine, looking how compatible it is with modern day implants.
Yeah, looking it over, you get the fun kind of cryptic runes that seem to be able to kind of rotate and shift on the main arm part of it. But where it connects, it seems pretty crude and basic. Looks like it was originally probably connected directly into an arm, but it like into the bone and flesh. But if you have somebody good enough with technology, you may be able to attach it to something more modern.
Pretty cool. But yeah, just tinkering with it really.
I didn't want to assume that I was necessarily in the room when Matilda was talking to Oswald, but I have more questions about the Alfier.
I don't think I would have particularly gone out of my way to have a private conversation with her.
Right. I just didn't want to assume that I was there for it, but
Like, did she pull us all the way separately, or?
I was kind of envisioning this as us just in a frickin' lobby or something.
This is you guys just in the house. So
Yeah.
if one of you says you're sitting out in the backyard, that's where she would come out and say hi. If you guys are all in like the main area while Dosh is prepping food, then she would be there. But
Main area.
Probably where I am. I'm probably helping out with making food as well when I'm not watching the news.
but yeah, she'll watch as Dosh, Oswald, Keegan prep food, and
It's really basic food. I don't know how to flavor people food very well.
but yeah, Forrest. I mean, Matilda won't shy away if you ask her a question.
What is your guys' relationship like exactly? I'm still trying to figure that out after having spent a little bit of time with the mesmerist Cesaro.
She'd say we get along, I guess, quite a bit better than when we started. Forther is not fond of people. Unfortunately, their magic does not seem to work on me. So we've had to reach an agreement and alliance to work together. But now I'd say that we're close to friends.
Do they prefer you to the company of the Perpetuals, or is that's probably a personal question?
You know what? She'll think about that for a bit, and you know, you're right. I don't know. I've never asked him, but I can. I do know that he's not a fan of any people.
Yeah, that's all I got. Sorry.
If I run into her while she's walking around, like the kitchen or whatever, when we're prepping food, I'd ask her, as I'm placing random green bits into my green pile, what was Lucius like as a kid?
Yeah, that would resonate pretty well with her, and she would definitely. Oh, he was horribly annoying. He was loud, and she'd want her to stories about Lucius as a young child, and then stop, and then kind of, yeah. And then after that, he seemed to be just fine.
So it's kind of an awkward pause, like, then just...
She's telling these young stories about her and Xavier and Lucius, like, playing and hiding in kind of the, that crazy house that y'all used to have. Before she gets to that one kind of... She's like, yeah, and then there was this one winter where it's not really important, but, you know, Lucius is fine now.
I'm going to sense motive, but I don't want to push her on it, so just kind of for my own understanding, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 30, I rolled a 19.
Yeah, there's enough body reaction and body language there that you can tell that you probably landed on a bad memory or something that she doesn't like to dwell on.
Mm-hmm. The sensitive bit.
Yeah, before she'll... Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go call Xavier.
Yeah, I'll thank her for regaling us with those fun stories.
Yeah, I'll jokingly say, tell him I said you're welcome.
But yeah, once she returns, she'll say that Xavier is ready to go once we can assure that old construction is safe.
Sounds like, well...
Yeah, he wants to make sure that we have permission or that his employees won't be assaulted or harassed, or he's going off what he sees in the news on of the Air Ferry District, so...
You need some assurances on the ground.
Beyond robot guards. But yeah, it sounds like we're going to be able to sort this out when we meet up with the king of our ferry.
Just send him a picture of what's going on out front right now of, generally happy people milling around and being handed food.
Yeah, after I finish handing food, I will play violin while people eat and stuff, if we're not, out doing anything.
If you do that, then people will definitely join in with the music. Makeshift improvised percussion, or people, sing dancing along. There will be a general kind of, pleasant and happy vibe on this nice pre-summer day.
Yeah, at Oswald's suggestion, I'll definitely send him a picture of that with, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, sounds good, Lucky. He'll text back. The rest of the day will go by pretty uneventfully.
While we got the kind of day, I'm just going to give my armor a once over.
Okay.
I think it's still got scorch marks on it.
Yeah, you're definitely able to spend the time to clean it up and make it look all right.
Perfect. That's the only thing I want to do now.
Then, yeah, the next morning when everyone wakes up, there'll be another crowd kind of gathered out front to see if Nosh is going to be out again today with more to hand out.
Yeah, I believe I'd try to, if we have time.
Are we meeting with them here?
Well, I'm going to call them while this is happening.
But do you have a plan for this? And do we need to know it?
I wanted them to come here, but it sounded like it was more than likely going to be something where they want us to go to them. Yeah.
Or a neutral third location.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the area, so I'm just going to freaking go with it.
The impression I got from his assistant was the king's not going to leave his place. We're going to go to him.
Yeah.
He wants you to come see him.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm fine with. As for like some crazy strategy for this, no, not really. Play it by ear.
Okay.
Then yeah, the HCOM will ring a couple times before you'll hear a feminine voice pick up and hello.
It's Lucius. Is the king of the Arferi ready to talk?
He is, Mr. Lucius.
I've got the perfect place to meet right here. We're handing out breakfast.
And the king does appreciate that very much. There is a park, not more than about 15 minutes south of you. You should see the large Hedron vehicle tombstones. The king will meet you there.
Sounds safe enough.
Is that like a well-known local landmark? Or is this something, a reference to something I'm not picking up on?
It's not a landmark that would be on the map, but if you ask about it, the people here can point in the direction. But before she hangs up, she'll ask, when should we expect you, Mr. Lucius?
Within the hour.
Very well. We look forward to meeting you.
As do I. And with that, talk to the crew. So anything could happen with this, but I'm optimistic that this is going to be a actual just conversation, that there's not going to be any violence. But let's gear up with all our stuff as if something bad could happen, right?
Look as intimidating as possible.
Yeah,
I think we should have the robots turned on inside the house.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll set them up in a routine before we leave.
Dosh, maybe leave a note about when we'll return to continue handing out food so that the crowd doesn't, like, get restless about the absence of it.
Be back at noon for lunch.
Yeah, went to get groceries, back at noon for lunch.
Yeah, we can pick up some stuff while we're out.
Yeah, I mean, if I already have some stuff made, I'll leave it out there for people to come get.
Okay.
Just load up the tables before we head out. It's 15 minutes away. We have an hour. Gives me time to just unload everything we have so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Lauren and Matilda will be ready to leave once you give the word. Jasper will... Should I come?
No, you're free to do whatever. I mean,
You're free to do whatever, or are you part of the team?
I'm part of the team.
You're coming.
Come on, Jasper.
Yeah.
You've definitely.
Is there
proved
room in the
yourself.
wrecker?
She
There
can
are
hang out in the
seats.
back with me.
No, I meant with all the stuff that got loaded.
Oh, that's
All the
right.
loot.
Got, like bags of platinum, like taking up all the empty space in the wrecker.
are you guys like super shifty burglars?
I guess instead we'll have to take that monster truck in the garage.
Or Matilda's car.
We have to meet up with the king with a monster truck. This has to happen.
There's a variety of vehicles. Let's just roll in with all of them.
Okay, who's with me in the monster truck?
I'll go with you in the monster truck.
Yes.
Yeah, Jasper will go with the monster truck, sit in the middle.
I'll take the bike.
The Kira bike.
Yeah.
I'll be your biker, babe.
You and your fur coat flapping in the wind on the back.
Yep. Driving goggles.
I'll hang out in the bed of the monster truck. I assume it's got like this ludicrously large truck bed.
Oh, I'm sure.
It does. Yep.
So yeah, I'll hang out in that. I'll just be standing up and holding onto the crossbars.
Wait, sorry. What other vehicles are there?
There's just a really fancy, kind of like luxury edition Hedron vehicle. Those are the three. Yeah, the monster truck, the bike, and the fancy one.
I better drive into the fancy one.
Yeah.
I'm sure Matilda would approve of that.
Yeah, Matilda will get the fancy one with you and have Lauren drive.
I'm driving.
Yeah, she'll very well. Lauren will look a little uncomfortable sitting in the back.
Eskimos are in the front seats.
What do I do with my hands?
Josh, are you driving?
How are you? Do you want to drive? I mean, I don't mind driving. I'll let you drive.
Okay, I'll drive. I have ranks in it.
I have a couple too, but I'm no slouch, but I like to be a passenger princess.
Okay, yeah, I'll drive you. Let's do this, princess. And
My
Jasper.
feet's out the
You
window.
can be a
I
princess too, Jasper.
I'm going to check the glove compartment. Is there a pistol in there?
There's not.
Oh, I'm going to
Are
put
gloves
one
in
before we go.
Take one. The wrecker has one.
He's making sure it's up to mercenary code.
Yeah.
It needs gloves and a pistol in the glove box.
Then you all be able to ride out fours. This is probably the first time you've been in a vehicle that's land-based and not e-drawn, because it's not floating off the ground.
Yeah, it's actually got continuous contact with the earth.
Which does mean, you definitely find this kind of interesting to ride/drive, because your tremor sense definitely still helps maneuver.
That's cool.
Nice.
One with the road, man.
It's gonna be too much. I'm just gonna fall over immediately.
Stimulated. Go sit in a dark room for 3 hours. Be a minute.
He just needs to calm down.
But yeah, off you'll ride. People will wave as you guys come out of the front here with monster trucks and fancy vehicles and motorbikes, leaving the light tracers behind it.
Just turned into Mad Max.
It's our show of force.
Heading down to Bullet Town.
Heading into the park area, you can see where people have started to build smaller gardens. There's a lot of it that has not been tended to, so there's tall grass and things like that. But coming over the hill of this main park, you'll see where a water feature would be, and you can see that there are cars cut in half, with the part where they're cut face down, so they kind of all stick out of the ground.
Tombstones.
Makeshift fence around the water feature.
Think of it like half circle, so kind of like an auditorium kind of feeling. You'd see several of these vehicles are definitely high-end, probably belonging to the Kabuto Syndicate. Standing on top of one of them, you'd see a familiar Illican from before, Prawn Pala, as he's watching you all drive in. You would see that there's about a dozen armed guards that are stepped quite a ways back, weapons not raised in kind of violent fashion. But you would see a tall, dark-skinned man standing next to another tall female human. As you approach, you can see, more details. They're both dressed in what looks like modified kind of delivery outfits with some makeshift armor to them. You can see that the man with dark skin, short cropped hair, scars on their arm, nose. They have a rose birthmark on the back of their hand, and they are carrying a scythe about the size of themselves. You see the sheen in the eye of the woman next to him, showing that they have cybernetic contacts connected like their privacy hood. They kind of flash and glow as information goes across them. She would step forward as you approach, motioning to an area for you to park.
I slammed the horn to see if it does the monster truck. Like
Is that Woody Woodpecker?
yeah.
It absolutely does.
Is Piran Paula the guy who tried to carjack us before?
Yes.
I recall asking him his name, and he just basically huffed me off and walked away.
Yep, leader of the Concrete Gang.
Nice. Well, that would be who is up in this way, this neck of the woods, gang-wise.
And the man is human, yeah?
Mm-hmm. They both are.
Got it.
That's good.
Zoom in on Lucius's eyes.
Yeah, we'll park where we're directed to.
You can see she does have pistols at her side that are still buckled in, locked in place in their holsters. And she'll, greetings, I am Miriam El Alan. And which one of you is Mr. Lucius?
That guy over there.
This is Johnny waiting to be introduced.
Or did he not follow us in the
royal
fancy
court?
car?
Yeah, I think
He's waiting for someone to walk around to open the door.
Even though he drove.
Driver's door. He's driving.
I got it on my way.
He's still waiting.
It's reverse chauffeur maneuver.
It's a power play. No one expects it.
It's okay, boss. We're here.
But yeah, I'm just gathering myself, putting on my driving goggles, and adjusting my owlbear coat, and I'm Lucius Estable.
she would walk over to shake your hand and then turn towards, I guess, Matilda and introduce herself as well, and to Lauren, and then go down the list of the rest of you as you get out of your appropriate vehicles, jump out of monster trucks, hop on bikes.
Greetings.
Happy morning. We do have some bottled water and we have some cold punch junctions.
Oh, sweet.
Appreciate the offer.
Yeah, she'll head over to basically like one of those Coleman coolers.
I'll partake of a punch junction.
Malzaron will set down his own punch junction before leaning against the scythe, and please come forward. A lot has happened, Mr. Lucius, since you've arrived.
Yeah, I gather. Sorry, what was the What was the name of the person that tried to carjack us?
Pronpala?
Prompala, yeah. I guess I'll just give like a side glance to that person, and then just looks like you guys are doing what you can do to get by here.
Yes, the Arferi district has seen better days, but I feel change is on the wind.
Then good. It's just what that change looks like. Why do you call yourself the king?
Because I'm the only one strong enough to enforce rule here. As soon as the district gets back on its feet, though, I will step back. I don't have a craving or lust for power. I'm better suited for working in the foundries.
I would like to attempt to sense motive to see if he is coming off as genuine.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of time to talk, so this is just going to be a normal ass sense motive.
Internal monologue. Shit!
I get a total of 16.
For 25? 1? He's a human, right?
Hold on one second. I don't sense motive a lot.
And now time for the weekly reading of the ability.
Yup. Stand back, everybody.
This is like reading the Lord's Prayer. We just have it memorized at a certain point.
No.
Yeah, with 16. I mean, he seems genuine from the little you've spoken with him.
Yeah. But, alright then. My sister Matilda is here to set up infrastructure for our fair district in the form of heat and power.
Yes, I was very curious when I saw the steam vents starting to go off. Was that you as well?
It was.
Can't deny that if you have found a way to give us power back, this is an impressive feat. I'm in your debt, Mr. Lucius.
The goal will be to bring this district back to its feet. It won't be free, right? But we can try to bring this back to some sort of civility. What can you do to help with that? Even your own people here have tried to carjack us.
Yeah, he'll look over at Prawn, and we do have to inspect who's coming in here, don't we?
We have to do better.
That's true. And we can. The Arferi need their time to shine, Mr. Lucius. Darge once crawled its way from being a pariah of the country into reforging the Seeker Force and the powers that we have now. You've already done quite a bit, or shown that you can, and for that, even though you're wearing Amon uniforms, I feel that I can trust you. Matilda will take this opportunity to step in, and she'll look a little weird, like King Arferi. Malzaron is fine. King Mithrain sounds too formal. If you want power, we can get you power. My brother here has already shown me that it works, and that it can provide for all of you. And for this, I won't charge for that power. I've purchased the property, and I plan on building on it. My other brother will provide the construction team and the work. He'll nod along to that, and okay, I find this so far agreeable. I guess that it seems odd, though, with how altruistic you both seem to be about this. Matilda will look at you, Lucius, and, well, once you have power, what are you going to do with it? And Malzaron, and if we can get the foundries up and running again, we could look at possibly building a corporation for the Arferi. One that we can take pride in and one that we can have. I understand that we will still, of course, always be in the shadow of Amon, but at least this will be something our own that we can sign off on. Possibly weapons or armor manufacturing. Right now I hear they're doing incredible things in God's face. I would not like to see Dargeth left behind. And Matilda my brother can help with the construction of that as well, of course. And Vancian Investments can provide a very affordable low-interest loans to assist.
Graciously.
Okay. That seems like a great start. More so, this is where Matilda, she seems to take control of this conversation. She seems to be better suited for kind of these boardroom talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm not going to charge you for the power, that is yours. But I would like a cut, where I have access to information that others don't. If you want to make the Arferi into this powerhouse that you say it deserves to be, in exchange for this, I'm going to give you access to something nobody else has. Prism Weapon Research. And the terrorist organization? And Matilda will look at him dead on, and the Amon-funded group that was removed from the country because they had the power to threaten Raylan. But we can call them terrorists if that's easier for you.
That's not common knowledge, right? That the Prism was an Amon-funded group.
Correct.
I'm gonna look down the line at Matilda.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, Malzaron will. I did not know that.
You got proof of that?
Matilda looking at that stern look of like, are you fucking talking while I'm talking?
No, look, you've known since she was your older sister, and she was like 12.
Why would you place doubt on the things I'm saying on your behalf in a negotiation? What the shit?
It's a big revelation. We're all like, what?
But yeah, like, I'll still just like, how did you know that? Or like, how? I need.
I say go with your first instinct. I think you do blurt out, do you have proof?
Yeah, that's exactly what I say. Yeah. But following up, it's like I'm still going to continue to be just as dumb as that question. Just like,
Yeah, she'll.
put your cards on the table.
I meant to bring you a sample, Lucius, but unfortunately, well, I couldn't trust Selene shipping to get it to me in time. I guess it was lost. That being said, I can prove this information, and Malzaron will hold out the scythe and will slam it against the butt of it against the ground before it will cast kind of an aura of axiomancy. It'll cast a spell out of it. Any of you can resist it, but he will say, the Hand of Golshern is not ours, or it's not an Arferi weapon, but it is still good for what it was forged for the Orda's house before Sword Eye took them over. It will test all of your words, and if there is any lies, it'll let us know. So it'll put out a zone of truth, and in case anybody wants to resist it.
Accept.
Step right up, test you will say.
I'll just be fine in the zone of truth. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I don't mind being in truth.
You said there wasn't going to be fact checking. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, Lucius would probably catch the small smirk that crosses Matilda's face when he does this. But it's just like a quick passing. It's one of those sibling glances that you know she doesn't care about this.
Yeah,
Before she'll say that, yeah, I absolutely can prove it. Do you have a data pad?
I'll look to fours.
I'll look back at you blankly for half a moment, and then scramble to hand over a non-vital spare pad.
She'll take it and place the data chip into it before she'll hand it over to Miriam to take over to Malzaron, and they'll begin looking at it for a bit. Yes, this does seem to be what you said it is. How did you get this? And that's not your concern. What is that the information is out and freely available in this moment if you're willing to make this deal. Malzaron will return the data pad with a bit of a suspicious look of, if this is all true, and we are now going to be working together, I would ask this then, to seal the deal, as it were, if that is all right. Matilda will nod and look over at you, Lucius.
Let's go.
As I said, this scythe is not an Arferi weapon. It does not belong to us, and I plan to give it back to Sword Eye as soon as I no longer have use for it. But that being said, our house weapons were taken from us and were sold. The woman who used to live, and he'll point over towards a burnt hill, not too far away, the woman who lived there, Estelle Del Rose, was a collector of fancy things. But in order to keep away her debts, after she got the house weapons of the Arferi, she sold them to a collector that lives in Farthen. Though I'm not sure who. If we can get that back, all of this is agreed upon. Absolutely. A cut of the weapons, power, the Arferi will assist the Estabolds where we can. If that's agreeable, we can all place our hands upon the scythe here, and it will bind us in that contract.
Smile about that place, and I'm in.
He holds out the scythe, holding onto it in the middle, and Matilda will walk up as well and place her hand on it.
Burning disarm. It's a joke.
It's an elaborate ploy to burn your fingies.
Let's get 'em. Finally, I have my sight.
And Dash will shrug and walk over and place one of his four hands on there.
We're grabbing two. Yeah, I'll go grab it.
Yeah, I'll grab it too. I didn't realize this was going to be an all hands on the stick kind of deal.
I'll grasp the scythe with a smile, knowing
Look.
that there's travel baked into this agreement.
Little wide-eyed Jasper.
Yeah, what does Jasper do?
Jasper will not be grabbed out of this, neither will Lauren.
Yeah.
Malzaron will accept, and you will all watch as, from the scythe appearing on the inside of both your wrists, is the symbol of Golshern. And this appears to all of you, including Matilda, which shocks her. You can see her face kind of gets very confused.
I'll be a bit confused by that, too.
Then the agreement is done. By the hand of Golshern, we are bound in contract, and this mark lets all of us know where each other are. If one of us breaks this, the symbol of Golshern will mark us as contract breakers.
And what does that mean?
-6 to your con.
No.
Not for most things.
Yeah, he'll kind of chuckle and I don't know, never used it.
I've
Well,
always
that's
wanted
exciting.
to.
They'd probably just strike you dead on the spot, you know?
Just seems like a good opportunity.
You bring me back those short swords, Estabolds, you can have the site. I don't care. Once this is done, I do believe that the Arferi will finally be able to establish themselves as a complete district once again.
I'm sure it'll be really easy to fit that into our schedule.
Yep. Well, Matilda, you do what you do best, and we'll do what we do best.
Yeah, she'll say, if you are going to Farthen then, you may need some help. I have some members of my crew from there. I'll get them up here to go along.
Appreciate it.
Now we just gotta find who has those swords, right?
Yeah.
As she's trying to talk with you, Malzaron will definitely step up and look in, was it pleased wonder of like, damn, that's a cool monster truck.
I wonder what it looks like cut in half. We could maybe ask of the people that were at the Delrose party, see if any of them know anything about Delrose selling those weapons. One of the attendees was a rumor trader among the rich, so that'd be a place we could start. I don't know where we'd find this cat, but
There's another person part of Estelle's circle, but not really someone we should reach out to. But they were kind of doing some human trafficking. Chorus Kaza?
Some light crimes against humanity were committed.
I mean, if they're willing to traffic people, they're probably willing to traffic stolen swords.
there normally some kind of like record of financial transactions like that happening? I don't know how it works for super rich folk trading one of a kind legendary weapons. Like, would that be an auction?
The way it sounds is that. So didn't they take these weapons and like give them to somebody who then sold them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
For sure, it probably wound up at a Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom style auction.
Yeah. See if we can't get our hackers on it.
yeah, it sounds like we just gotta do some legwork, figure out, trace it to where it could be now.
Yeah, Jasper will. I'm like on her data pad. I'm asking the forums, but I'm not getting anything back yet.
If this guy's part of this contract too, does that mean we can leave him in charge of the mansion and he has to take care of it properly?
Yeah, that would probably fit under the agreement.
I thought Matilda was staying at the mansion.
I don't know what her long-term plan is. That's fine if it is. Just
Or you don't imagine she wants to be stuck there?
yeah, it's kind of imagine she doesn't want to live in a
Yeah.
mansion in a burnt-out district.
Right.
Right.
A civil uprising.
She just have people there, like working the place, right?
Unless she's
But,
at the center of a brand new district or a rebuilt district.
Matilda will shake hands and get in the car and look at Lucius to get in the driver's seat.
We'll say to everybody else, well, I guess that's our cue.
Shake hands as well and climb up into the monster truck.
I'll get back in the back and hold on to those crossbars. It seems like a fun ride.
It's gonna wait for those guys to get done doing donuts.
I'm not looking over to Keegan and be like, can you find a car? Can you find it?
Yeah, we'll find something.
But yeah, driving on the way back, I'll levitate my HCOM out so that it can view both me and Matilda as I call Xavier to let him know that it's safe.
He'll answer on the first ring before his image would come through on the screen as he... Excellent. If it's safe, then I'll start sending people up there immediately. But you can see on the video chat, he's clearly leaning against like white pillows. Looks like he's in a either bed rest or hospital situation. But you can see the bandages and eye patch over his left eye.
What the fuck happened to you?
And that's where we will end it.
That's awesome.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Like, rate, review, subscribe, hang out with us on Discord, whatever. Our opening and closing song are from Nihilore. 10,000 people screaming out, I'm an individual. You also heard CyberCon with Mood Mode, as well as our sound effects are from Pixabay. Happy holidays. Bye!